Hey guys, Bobbery18 here, and welcome back to more Mario Kart 8. In the last part, we finished all the tracks that came with the game. That's kind of an awkward way to word that, but yeah, that's basically what we did. In this part, we'll be starting on the DLC cups in the game. There's 4 of them, all these 4. So we'll be starting with the Egg Cup, and then that, then that, then that, because this was Wave 1, and this was Wave 2, so... Yeah, we'll be starting with the Egg Cup with one of literally my favorite courses because, 1, because it's from Double Dash, and 2, just because I love Yoshi anyway, and 3, it's Yoshi Circuit, in case you didn't know. That's the reason why I love it, just because it's Yoshi Circuit. That is my logic, okay? Um, so yeah, in case you haven't played Mario Kart Double Dash before, or this track, I guess, if you look at the map when the race actually starts, you'll see that the whole map is shaped like an actual Yoshi, see? And the starting line is on its foot like that, and yeah, we race around Yoshi, which I love that. Like, this is, it may sound a little, like, I don't know, cliche almost to say that, like, this might be my second favorite course in the game in Double Dash after Sherbet Land, just because, I don't know, like, they're both in this game, but it kind of is. I mean, I probably could think of a more deserving one for one of my favorite courses in that game, besides Sherbet Land. I just can't think of a lot right now, but if I really thought about it, I probably could, but this is definitely up there in one of my favorite courses, just because I love Yoshi so much, and racing on a track that's, like, based on Yoshi's is just amazing. So yeah, in case you haven't noticed, they did update this track a lot. Like, in this whole starting area here, I think there was a town here, but it wasn't, like, as big as it is now. If you have a mushroom, you can actually go through that waterfall right there. I don't think there was actually a waterfall there before. I think it was just like a shortcut. It was still a shortcut, but you couldn't, it wasn't a waterfall. You could still mushroom through it, but, yeah, there was also another shortcut in the GameCube version that I remember. This thing, one other thing, and I'll get to it later, actually, because I'll just talk about this right now. But yeah, there was another shortcut that was only in the that was only in the GameCube version, and they took it out for the DS version because yeah, this was also remade on the DS, and they took it out in this one. It was like a tunnel that you had to, like, fall off into. I don't know. I never really got, like, how it worked, but I think I've tried it at least a few times, and I never really got it down, like I said, but yeah. Yeah, what I was saying before is that this track was remade on the DS before, so technically it has been remade twice. And that gives me hope that other courses will also be remade twice, too. In fact, there is another DLC track that was remade twice, and it's another GameCube one. And it was also remade on DS, which is kind of weird, but yeah. Which gives me hope that they'll someday re-release a Waluigi Pinball, because that was from Mario Kart DS, and then they remade it in 7, which means that it's never been on, like, console Mario Kart, which gives me hope that we'll finally someday see that course in HD, because if you ever seen that course, it's like a big flashy, it's basically like a neon pinball course that you're racing through, and it's one of my favorite tracks in DS and 7, I think, almost, and it just deserves to be in HD. Like, if you've ever seen that track, you know how I could just picture it being in HD, and it would be amazing. In fact, I think it probably deserves to be one of the DLC tracks in this game, like, more than really any of the 3DS ones, but if we're including specifically, like, DLC ones, they actually did remake a 3DS track, and we'll get to that later, but anyway, the next track in this cup is the Excitebike Arena, which is basically like a giant circle, and something interesting about this course is that if you're playing it either online, like just randomly with other people, or with friends, I guess, well, basically, if you're playing it in any mode other than time trials, the layout of, like, those ramps there that you see that I just went over, and these mud piles, and basically the layout of the whole track, besides it being like a oval-shaped, is randomized every time, which I find kind of cool. Yeah, like the placement of, like, that jump that I just went off of, not like these humps, but like the like rampy jump. I don't know, you get the idea, but yeah, it's basically like well, obviously it's based on Excitebike. There's a giant 8-bit Excitebike, 3D 8-bit Excitebike in the middle there. Yeah, it is 3D. I just drove out the track to show that. Okay. Yeah, it is based off Excitebike, so it has like the very the very blocky Excitebike ramps that was in Excitebike, obviously. Well, I know it's in the first Excitebike. I don't actually know that much about Excitebike 64, or if that was really like an actual sequel to the NES one, but I have played some of the NES one. I got it as on the 3D Classics series on 3DS for, well, actually I got it for free because Club Nintendo, but yeah. So I played some of it, and this definitely did remind me of it, although I wasn't really that hyped for it. I kind of thought that it might just be like another, I don't know, I thought it might just be like another like circle-y track, sort of like Baby Park was almost, except Baby Park is kind of more fun because it's a little more chaotic, because it's smaller. But I also thought it would be really short too, but no, it actually does fit 3 laps quite nicely. In fact, I think Yoshi Circuit is almost like as long as this one, so if I was going to criticize this one for being too short, I'd also have to criticize that one. But I don't know, it's a lot more fun than I originally gave it credit for, but I still would probably pick other courses, especially other courses in the DLC Cup, over this. But it's a nice track, and especially like references to other games in the DLC for this game. And speaking of references to other games, I guess I should mention that Link and Isabelle and Villager from Animal Crossing and Zelda, obviously, were made playable characters in the DLC. Link was in DLC 1, and Villager and Isabelle were in DLC 2. See, Villager's right there. You can even change it to girl or boy Villager, which I think is kind of cool. So, I don't know. I might show this eventually, but I didn't really want to go through showing every characters because I thought that might be kind of boring. Same reason why I'm not showing all the time trials, because they'd just be showing the courses we already went through. So, yeah. Anyway, next course is another new one, Dragon Driftway. And if you've ever played Mario Galaxy 2, you surely know who this guy is that we're going inside. It's Gobblegut, which I think is an amazing reference, because like I don't really see him like referenced at all. I mean, I don't really think there was anything that they really could reference him in, but I guess referencing Mario Kart is better than nothing. But yeah, it's pretty much we're racing on Gobblegut, so I always kind of enjoyed that. It's like especially because it's a homage to Mario Galaxy 2, which I love, but also because I just like really the style of this too. It's a very Asian, I guess, Japanese, paper lantern, stuff like that. I don't know. I didn't mean to throw that. Oh my gosh. It also incorporates the anti-gravity pretty well too. All of these DLC courses do, except the last two. Okay, never mind. I guess they don't, because Yoshi Circuit didn't really at all, and I guess neither did Excitebike Arena. But trust me, like this one, and if the next one is what I think it is, it does. If it's not, then it doesn't. Actually, I don't think the next one is what I'm thinking of, because I think that's in the second DLC Cup, but I don't know. I like this track. Oh, no, the next one is, no, that might be in the next one. I don't know. I'll stop rambling about this anyway. Oh, yeah, the other characters that were in the DLC too, there was also Tanuki Mario and Cat Peach, and Dry Bowser. Dry Bowser was in the second DLC, Cat Peach and Tanuki Mario were in the first one. So there was 3 characters for each, so 3 characters for each wave, so yeah, that's another little tidbit, although I think it probably could have been better on, like, not another version of Peach and Mario, because I think that's kind of stupid, although I don't really play as any of them anyway, so I don't really care. I mean, like I said before, some people, like, complain about all the Koopalings being in the game, but what would you want? Like, just 1 Koopaling in the game, and, like, or, like, 4 of them, but leave the other 3 out? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's not a really good comparison with all the clone characters, but I mean, they're different enough. Especially if you ever do like a little jump, like if you press R off a jump, like that with Tanuki Mario. Sometimes, depending on what direction you're holding, he'll do like he'll turn into like the Tanuki statue, which is actually pretty cool. So I do like that. Although Cat Peach is kind of just a phoned-in reference to Mario 3D World, if you ask me, so a little bit, maybe, I don't know. But that's Dragon Driftway, racing on a dragon, and you know, I think all of that track is actually in anti-gravity, which is pretty cool. So if you ever get a chance to like watch a replay of that course, because I know in the replay it shows like the gravity actually how it is instead of like the version you see it as. So if you ever like see it like that, it actually looks pretty cool racing through that. I definitely will admit that. So anyway, the last course, okay, it's sort of what, it's not actually what I thought the first time, but it's what I thought the second time. It is Mute City, and another new course. Yeah, they didn't really group all the DLC retro courses together. I don't know why, but obviously this is based off of F-Zero, if you couldn't tell, and the only way to get coins on this track, that's one of the main features of the track, is by those power bars there. Obviously reference again to F-Zero and all these boost pads going super duper fast. And yeah, also in the DLC there was a Captain Falcon like Kart, or not Captain Falcon, I don't know, F-Zero, I don't know the name of his kart, but it was that. It was basically a reference to that, so that was another cool thing. But yeah, the only way you can get coins in this track is by going on those power pads, which is actually pretty cool. I mean, I don't really have that much just knowledge of F-Zero, but I know a lot of people were joking like when this course came out, because you know, like how Mario Kart 8 implements anti-gravity, which was a thing that was really mostly in F-Zero until now, and all those boost pads and speed stuff, and now we have this F-Zero course, and actually there's another one in the second DLC pack, but we'll get to that when we get to that. So yeah, but a lot of people are joking that this game basically means that they're not going to make another F-Zero, because this sort of replaced it. And I would sort of like, there's also a Captain Falcon costume that you can put on your Mii, so I guess some people are right in that instance, but I mean, it's only 2 tracks, so I don't know. But I really do like this course. It's again all in anti-gravity. Even if I don't have really that much of a connection to F-Zero, I love the music of this track. Holy crap! Like, it's one of my favorite songs in the game. In fact, my favorite song in the game is the other F-Zero track that we'll get to later. So it only beats out this one by a little bit. I think this is probably my second favorite song in the game, like overall, not just DLC, overall. So yeah, like I said, Sugarland is probably my like regular non-DLC stuff favorite music. But yeah, I also love how when you go through another lap, I'm pretty sure that's like an F-Zero, or no, the final lap, it's like an F-Zero like a jingle, like I don't know, it's the thing, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I don't know. I love the music. I love all these boost pads when you're in anti-gravity. All the things you can hit while you're in anti-gravity. It would probably be a little more interesting if more people were caught up to me. And this little, like, last trek to the finish here, I've gotten screwed over so many times by people either having mushrooms or just anything on those tracks. They hit me with shells. I don't know. Also, there's like a boost right at the start line in case you didn't notice that. And wow, that went by a lot quicker than I imagined. But yeah, also the F-Zero like end music when you finish the track, and they're just bringing it all to the table here. And yeah, there are also some references to like Captain Falcon. I think there was even a sign that says like "Show me your moves," so that's pretty funny. But yeah, that's the Egg Cup. Obviously Egg, because the first track was Yoshi Circuit, so it's fitting. It's fitting. And yeah, they even made the logo for it there. Obviously, I don't know why they wouldn't have, but yeah, I'm gonna skip that because, you know, we got first in every course like usual. So we got 3 stars again. And I think I mentioned this earlier, but none of the DLC courses have like unique trophies. They all look like this, except they have the logo of the cup on the front. So I don't know. I kind of wish they would have like actually made a new trophies for the DLC ones, but especially just because the other ones are so original. But I don't know. Anyway, in the next part of Mario Kart 8, we will do the second of the 2 first wave DLC track cups, not tracks. Well, they are tracks, but it's the cup. That's what holds the tracks in it. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you then.